Look at that. It's a beauty, eh? It just caught me by surprise. I should have. I was looking forward to that one. Well, we finally made it. 2021 Western Australian goldfields. Out here amongst the salmon gums in this beautiful little gully. Look at this area. Washes all down through here and off into that little creek and down the hill it goes, where I have got gold before, so I've just come back. It's these clays and gravels I'm interested in that are caught down in between the rocks. And I found that as I dig further to the right, the gold is getting a little bit bigger. That makes me wonder if the old creek used to be just slightly this way, and this has just flowed down over the ages. It's all about finding where the actual gold ran. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, so it's nice and early, but it's going to get up around 37 today, and that's too hot to be out doing this. But at this time of the year, you try and pick the time of day for certain jobs, because yeah, once you get too hot, it's so hard to cool down. So you can see this red clay. It's hard to work, it's using heaps of water, but you can see all the little gravels in it. That's rock there, and what I'm doing is looking for gaps that I'm finding and getting all that clay and material out from between the gaps. Break it up a bit with the mallet. I wonder sometimes if the gold got good enough here and you didn't feel like going to get water all the time, you could literally put this out in the sun for just one day and it would be so dry you could crush the clay to dust and you would dry blow this, and then I'll take 4 buckets, and that's another reasonable sample in this area, and hopefully I can get down into a hole somewhere, and hopefully this isn't just one big piece of rock, because if that's the case, it just means that the gold's sitting up high through the creek, through this wash. And there's the 4 buckets back. Now I'll just get some water on those, get it soaking. There's 2 that have been soaking from yesterday afternoon, so I'll have a look at those a little bit later. Just running them through their sieves here. 3 different classifications of size. There's the other little sieve there, and that's what your water looks like after a couple of days. It is chewing the water up. But fortunately that storm the other day gave us an extra couple of 100 litres, which we've pretty well gone through, so we haven't even really touched our drums on the back yet. Those 2 44s, both full of water. Well, actually they're not full because it's under the bung. We laid them down and filled them up, and I was going to take them up to the bung, but I've actually left them down under, just for weight issues, just in case. Well within the legal requirements, put it that way. Nice little storm rolling in, might cool things down a little bit. You can hear a little bit of thunder rolling around out there. It is only early March, so it's still pretty warm. Got ourselves a good spot here. Bit of a camp set up. Haven't quite finished because we've just got here. Are we getting there? Yep, she's starting to blow. Oh, I hope this tarp holds. Oh, I tell you, we picked some fine weather for our little trips. This is going to hit us pretty hard, I think. It's a lot cooler, that's for sure. It's only ever the wind that worries me. such a rare sight in the desert. Still hear that thunder rumbling away up there. It'd be so nice if it was all year round. That was quite a storm, I'll tell you. Holy smoke. Some gusts of winds there, probably up to about 60 kilometres an hour, trying to hold that big tarp down. That was fun. And I just dropped about 15-20 degrees in heat anyway. So it's a pleasant, cool change. Just washing all the finer materials down into the next sieve. Now I'll just wash some of these finer particles in this middle sieve down into the bottom sieve. And there's actually still a few more bits in there, but I'll get them out in the next panful rather than muck around for 3 little granules. But you can almost grab these little fellas. But they do start to add up. So back to it tomorrow. Tom just come back with another 2 buckets, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8 more buckets there soaking. We'll get them put through tomorrow. I'm going to be digging in here today and take out a few more buckets and go and have a look. There's this little spot I dug the other year in 2019 down through there. That's where I got the 0.44 of a gram in one pan. So I'm hoping somewhere here I can move enough rock and find a bit of a hole in the creek. And then of course in 2019 when I did come across this little spot, my first nugget was just up there. As I put the detector down to start digging it, I set the detector on another signal. Oh, that's gold. It's a wishy-washy signal. It's not real strong. I can't even really tell where it is yet. There's definitely a noise there. Just getting lost because it's a bit stormy today. Okay, right there where I just moved that rock. What is a bit confusing at the moment will probably be a lot clearer in the next 10 minutes. I'm just going to have a bit of a dig at this one. Actually, might just clear the top a bit and have a better listen. See if I can hear that any better. Yep, that's the spot. Alright, let's get digging. This should be a couple of grams, this one. at least. It's going to be a good tough dig. You can see the clay starting to form there a bit, getting a bit of clay in it. Another listen in case it's deceiving. There's definitely a target there, but at what depth? I'm not 100%. Listen to this. Hear that drawing on that target down there? I'll come around this way. Hard to pick yet. I have to go deeper. I think I can hear it better this way. Yep, right in them rocks. To show you how quickly I walk down this, just to have a quick look. I missed that. I just raced down here. There's a couple of little signals down here further. That's why slow and steady's the way to go. Oh, this is going to be tough. Alright, I'm going to dig this down and just a little deeper. I'll stick the coil in there. And you'll hear it. It's noisy because of the storm. Okay, now this side, you can hardly hear anything. It's not until you come. So it's going to be the back of the hole there. Oh, she's definitely slow digging. But listen to this now. That nice big bit of quartz. I'm almost right on top of that target now. I wouldn't even be surprised if I've got it out. And that will still be in the hole here. I couldn't feel anything. That's to be expected. I'm very close. I'd say if it's not here, already out, it's just in there. Just in this section here. It's out. Oh, it sounds nice. Just maxed the detector out. I'm going to need the headphones on. Or am I? Should just about be able to feel this. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing this one. Oh, where is it? It's in this hand. Yep. This hand. Looks like it, doesn't it? I think that's all dirt on the bottom of it there, unfortunately. Yeah, but still, it's a nice nug. I was looking forward to that one. It's almost been folded there on the top left here. It's been hit, impacted and folded. Yeah, that's why they call them potteroos, I reckon. So that's what's digging all the holes. What an interesting looking morning. It's about 18 degrees till 10 o'clock. That mast sticking up there is a pool extension pole with our phone on it. We can hear it ring from time to time, but you try and pull it down and it cuts out because it loses signal. But it is throwing us a little bit of internet, so that's handy for out here. So I really like the way that this rock is all broken up down in here. It's creating heaps of little gaps and voids for clays and gravels to fall into. You can see it's quite the rock bar running across here. It's this more yellow rock right under the bucket. You come up here and it starts to peter out, so it's a big rock bar running right across here. I'm actually standing on it right now. Right there, it's a bit more pink there. And then whether it dropped down or it's just simply broken up. But I'm going to really get into this, give it a good look at, go back. This will be bucket number 4 I've taken out now. I'll cart them back. I just leapfrog them back, take 2 so far and then come back for the other 2. But there's some really good looking gravels coming out of there. So I'll probably never find as much doing it this way as what I would with a detector. But this is just something different, a little bit of fun and just as exciting. There's a few little pieces starting to add up now. So that was a better pan. These 2 bigger pieces I grabbed out of the other sieve, but the little pieces, and there is actually more in there. So as we head further into the bank, the pieces are definitely getting bigger. You can grab these little bits now. That's almost a nugget, that one. That little piece there is almost a nugget. And that one was in the big sieve too. It'd be over 0.1, but probably just under 0.2. Our record so far is 11 pieces in one sieve. So we've got that to beat. That's a nicer looking pan. Well, we're off to a little bit of a rough start. We've dropped my phone, smashed it won't turn on anymore. So we've driven all the way down to Kalgoorlie. We got here yesterday, couldn't understand why everything was closed. It was Easter Monday. So got a new phone, and even though I can't get reception out there, that pool pole on the back of the trailer, there's a bottle on the top of that. I can put a text message in my phone out there in the bush, push send, and send it up that pole. Sometimes you can hear the phone ringing, but you can't answer it because when you pull the phone back down it cuts out. So we've got a new phone, even bought a little tablet. So I've got a few things here now, keep us in contact with people. Now that I've lost all my contacts, if you're up for a yarn, give us a text.